Welcome to Utah Bankruptcy Questions and Answers. This is a video series where we answer questions about filing bankruptcy in Provo, Utah. I'm attorney Amy Butters, and I hope you find this series informative and helpful.
This is video 3, what bankruptcy cannot do. In video 2, we touched upon everything that bankruptcy can do, so now we want to make sure you understand things that cannot be accomplished by filing bankruptcy. In video 2, I mentioned that you don't eliminate the right of a secured creditor to take back its collateral. If it's a car you're dealing with or a house and you're not paying, simply filing bankruptcy does not wipe away their right to their security or their collateral. In a bankruptcy, the best way to think of why you would do this is it typically has one of two reasons or two options for you. One, force the creditor to comply with a repayment arrangement. This would be in the case of like a Chapter 13. Or alternatively, force the creditor to take back the collateral with no recourse or penalty. This happened to a client just recently who came through who had otherwise perfect credit and really not very much debt, but they had a motorhome that they were significantly upside down in. And by giving it back to the creditor, they were absolutely going to have probably about a $50,000 judgment come back on them because they were surrendering that motorhome, and that's how far upside down they were. Through the bankruptcy, they're able to give back the collateral without getting the penalty of doing so. Bankruptcy also allows you to, it does not allow you to charge or challenge creditors that may have committed fraud or are otherwise trying to charge you more than what you really actually owe. The place to do a challenge like that would be in a lawsuit, in an actual complaint. Okay. It can't eliminate or discharge certain types of debts that have been singled out by the bankruptcy law for special treatment. These types of debts would include things like child support, alimony, student loans, certain student loans, and we touch on that in a later video, court restitution orders, criminal fines, and most taxes. Again, referencing a later video, we do talk about the exceptions to the rule for student loans and taxes. And one of the most commonly misunderstood aspects of what bankruptcy cannot do is co-signers. If you have a parent or friend or someone you know who has co-signed on a loan and you file bankruptcy, they could be required to pay back your debt. You can't simply file bankruptcy and have it protect them. So that's something that you definitely want to keep in mind if you have any debts that have been co-signed by anyone you know. And finally, bankruptcy cannot discharge debts that happen after you file bankruptcy. So, if you know of something coming up, say like a lawsuit and the damages coming from that lawsuit are not protected, don't file before it happens, because then you're not going to help yourself any. Now, if you enjoyed this video, but you feel like you still have some unanswered questions, don't worry, we've got you covered. We've actually created an entire video series that answers all the commonly asked questions about bankruptcy in Utah. Go ahead on over to our website, and there you'll be able to download our free ebook, and you'll be directed to our main website where the entire video series is located.